Hey, what up, man? So, in light of the things that occurred at the Capitol, I keep hearing black people use this inaccurate phrase about what if they were black. And again, my dear black people, listen. And again, I'm talking to black people, not niggas. Okay, there is going to come here very, very shortly and soon where there's going to have to be a separation made, right? You as a black person got to stop thinking like a nigga, right? I know, don't want to hear this. This is some, you a Trump supporter, you a coon, you a this, you a that, you taking up for the white man. Yeah, I heard it all right. But listen, man, okay? First and foremost, black people have always been used as pawns, okay? Whether it be by this government or whether it be by the ultimate communist puppet masters pulling the strings behind most of the things that black people support, i.e., Black Panthers, i.e., civil rights movement, i.e., Black Lives Matter. Again, don't take my word for it. Look it up. But um, back to the task at hand. You guys keep talking about, oh, if they was black, they would have been shot. Shot? Hmm. You guys, how soon do we forget about all the rioting, all the arson, all of the assaults that happened over this year over, you know, less than honorable black men that were either shot and or killed. You know, George Floyd, a guy that somehow every black person in America cares about because he died on camera. Okay? A guy that at one point in time was a criminal and was holding guns to pregnant women. What if that was your mama or your sister? Would you be in the streets marching for him? Would you feel like he should be in the streets being marched for because a repeated criminal and junkie, okay, decided to get back in the lifestyle, not even get back in the lifestyle, continue his, criminal lifestyle that he never ever stopped. Next, who do we have up on the list? Rayshard Brooks. Wow, Rayshard Brooks, a guy that had been convicted of child abuse against his own children, okay, that fought two police, whooped them, granted, stole a taser, fired a taser at them. Okay, if you are a police officer, someone takes your non lethal weapon and they fire it at you while you have a non lethal weapon, are you going to let them fire that at you with your non lethal weapon, incapacitate you where they're able to come back at you and take your non lethal weapon and use it against you, or are you going to protect your life? Lastly, Jacob Blake. Oh, the Jacob Blake whose baby mama lied at first and act like she had nothing to do with it. You know, she called the police for something totally different, but no, the truth came out. She called the police to snitch on him because this is the same guy that she alleged had sexually assaulted her, okay, and was about to run off with her children. Black women, wow, what would you do if your baby daddy that sexually assaulted you came to your home unwelcome, uninvited, um, got into a physical altercation with you, and then threatened to leave with your children? Would you handle it yourself or would you call the police? And would you feel sorry for him because you called the police after he did all these things to you? Listen, black people, listen, man. You're being bamboozled. You're being used. You're being finessed. All right? If it had been black people, the only people you have to worry about are black people. I need you to go back over last year and look at how many black people were killed in these riots, in these arsons, in these destructions of property, businesses, livelihoods. I need you to go back and see. The majority of them were not done by cops. Okay? What about a retired police chief that was killed and shot by a man who was a black man, who was, again, like George Floyd, a former criminal who had been let out just to go and kill a man during rioting? What about the child in Georgia that was killed because the people were trying to protect an area that they have decided to barricade off? Again, black people, what are you talking about? What are you guys doing, man? I told y'all a long time ago, and I'll link the video to you. Don't become the people you claim you hate. Okay? Doing the same thing that the people did to you doesn't fix anything, especially when you're not even doing it to them. Because look, y'all not out here killing no white folks. You're not going to. You're just going to keep killing each other just like you've been doing. You know, what about Chicago? Well, yeah, what about Chicago? Look at it. It ain't just Chicago. It's New York. It's places in California. You know, all the urban areas full of niggas that have no value for black life and have no issue and problem in taking black lives. Oh, but I thought Black Lives Mattered. Where's Black Lives Matter when over 20 children were killed last year through gun violence by black people? Nowhere to be found. But every time there was a black person involved in a police situation, of course, they popped up. Them, and right along with that lawyer that, oh my God, what's the dude? Crump. That dude. Listen, people, I know it's hard. It's extremely hard to put down that racism flag. It really is. Racism does exist. It does. But is racism the number one thing preventing black people from being where we should be in 2021? No, it is not. Okay? No, it is not. So instead of you guys celebrating something that's not going to benefit you, what I suggest you do is become more educated. Do some history research. See what and how the Communist Party targeted the black community for the ultimate goal that they have for this country. Because this is what I'm going to tell you. This is what's going to happen. Okay? If and when the next administration takes over, and which they have control over everything but the judicial branch, which may be changing also because they did, entertain the idea of packing the courts, quote unquote. All of the executive and legislative things that come down the pipe are not going to be for you. They're not. Again, the incoming president told those black civil rights leaders to basically shut the hell up. Who do you think you're talking to? Know your place. Okay? While he promised the LGBT community written legislation within the first 100 days of his administration. Okay? All your black ass got was a shut the hell up, nigga. Who do you think you are talking to me like that? If you think that's going to change, again, black women, your beloved Kamala Harris. Told y'all where she stands. She ain't black, she Indian. She on TV, Indian this and then, all those H-1B visas that's being, do you think that it's a happenstance that a lot of it's targeted to India? You think that's a coincidence, huh? But yet and still, you're satisfied with $600 or even $2,000 that they give you that's not free. There is no free lunch, people. There is no free lunch. It's just not. Somebody has to pay for it. And if you are an American citizen, it's going to be you. Especially if you're middle class. Okay? if you ever hope to become upper class, all of these socialist ideas, man, and programs are not going to help you get there. They're shutting down businesses. They're stifling the economy purposely. Black people, who are suffering the most, right? I need y'all to wake up, man. I know, probably not gonna happen, but I'm gonna just waste this breath and words anyway. But hey, that's that on that one. I'll catch you on the next one.